Hi, my name is Larry Marshall, and welcome to the first episode of Drum Tips. This month, we're going to tackle stick control and touch. I'll show you some practical applications, and I'll also demonstrate some of my exercises that I like to use with all of my students. Okay, so let's get started. So what I'd like to do is get started with an exercise that I like to use with my students. Essentially, it's controlling the accent and the grace note. And when you string those together, you develop all of these peaks and valleys, which helps to develop your touch and your stick control. So here's an example. Check this out. I'll be demonstrating measures 1, 2, and 3. Please keep in mind that if you're playing this exercise for the first time, it's better to not play this in tempo. Okay, so there you have the first 3 measures. What I would recommend is that you play each measure and get comfortable with it before you move on to the next. It's real important to understand the mechanics and what it's going to feel like when you go from playing the accent, stopping the stick, the rebound, and the grace note. Drum Tips Mind Food. Well, thank you very much. This month's Drum Tips Mind Food. Music is language, no different from all other languages. All have nuance, subtlety, peaks and valleys that are used to communicate and convey thoughts and feelings. By gaining more control over accents and grace notes, it leads to greater command of one's touch. Consequently, your touch is one of the places where your vocabulary and communication skills reside. Music is a language without borders. Okay, so now we're going to deal with some practical application. The first example is going to be kind of a funk groove, rock groove, whatever you want to call it. The first time I'm going to play it through without using any accents, any grace notes, just straight through. And now I'm going to play it with accents and some grace notes in the snare and in the hi-hat. Okay, so now we're going to do the same thing with the jazz feel or swing feel. The first time will be with no accents or grace notes, and then the second time will be with all of the grace notes and accents. Well, folks, that's it. I hope you heard or saw something that will help you improve your drumming. Next month, we are going to tackle musicality. That's going to be an interesting subject. In the meantime, if you want to send me an email or you want to visit me on Facebook, I'll have all that information at the end, scrolling at the end, so you can check those addresses out. In the meantime, stay positive, keep practicing, but above all else, have fun. See you next time.